Hello, welcome back. My name is Matthew. We're going to do a little bit more in R. So if you watched the last video, you'll remember that we used some variables. You can see over here that they're still stored in our environment. Now, if you want to clear this data, it's very easy to do. You can just use the rm command for remove, list, and then ls is the list of all your current values and data, all of that stuff. So when we run this command, it'll clear our global environment, just like that. Okay, nice and easy. So today we're going to look at how to load data from a file, how to use indexing to change that data where you need to, and then we'll plot it and have a look. Alright, so if you want to load some data into a variable, let's call the variable data. You can use the read command, and .csv is useful for loading comma-separated values, but you actually get to input what the separator is, so it's also useful for tab-separated and things like that. In our case, we have a file with tab-separated data. Now, when you're putting in the path to where the file is located, you have to put double backslashes instead of the usual one that you'd put. Now, this is because a backslash is an escape character. It lets you do fancy things. Double backslash means one backslash in the string. So my data file is located here. It's called data.txt. And the separator for our data is tabs. Now, if it was space separated, you'd put a space here. If it was comma separated, you could put a comma, or you could leave this out entirely. But ours is tab separated, and to denote a tab, you do \t. This is one of the reasons why you need to have a double backslash, because you could have backslash separated values and put backslash. Okay, so \t, control enter. Now you see here that we have our data variable with 15 observations of 2 variables. That means that there were 2 columns, and each of those columns has 15 observations in it. So if we want to actually look at that data, you can just type the name of your variable, control enter, and you'll see that it gets printed out down here. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So you can see it right here. Now, let's suppose that you know that one of these variables is wrong and you want to change it. How would you go about doing that? Well, to index into a variable with multiple dimensions, you use the brackets. Now, let's suppose that we put in 1, 2. What this means is that we're looking at the first row, second column. So we would be grabbing the first row, second column, which is right here, the y equals 0.0. Now if we just go enter, it'll print that out. It'll say, oh, that value is 0. Let's go to the next one down the y column. So we'll go to y equals 3. Oh, sorry. We'll go to row equals 2. So we're now at row 2, column 2. Should be right here. Go control enter, and the value there is a 2. Alright, now let's suppose that you wanted to change this value here from a 0. Let's say that you knew it was supposed to be a 0.5. So we have row 1, column 2 equals 0.5. Control enter. Now that value is changed, so we'll just print out data again to have a look at it. And you can see right here, the y value is now 0.5. Alright, so now that you can index into the data, let's have a quick plot of the data. You can just go plot data, Now, because the data was already two variables, x and y, you don't actually have to separate it out. It separates it out and prints it like that. Now, you could also specify that you want to do, so comma 1 means all of the rows in column 1. So this will be our x data. And then we'll do all of the rows for column 2. This should give us the exact same graph. So we'll put it out. Now we have the exact same graph. The only thing that changed are the labels for the axis. And as we covered in the last video, you can set those yourself, but by default, they're whatever you input here. Alright, so now you know how to read data and how to index into it. I think that's enough for this video. Thanks for watching, hope you found this useful, and I'll see you next time. Putting them to face just means that I can heal. He's not going to be doing much. Okay, well, I'm perfectly fine with drawing cards, so... go, and we may as well neuter his Malikos. He's got no spells left that can hit you in the face, and whenever he's attacked, it's going to